It's what we once called the envelope system. Younger generations on social media are using the age-old budgeting method, but it's under a new name. They call it cash stuffing. Labeled envelopes are stuffed with cash for specific items. Now, once you've spent all that money in the envelope, you don't spend on that item until the next month or payday when that envelope is filled again. It's another effort to combat inflation and to budget wisely. Now, this method definitely has its benefits, but there are also some risks involved. DeWitt Dunn Financial Services Vice President Josh Perkins is here to talk more about this. And Josh, it's kind of funny. Nobody carries cash anymore. I mean, I certainly don't. If I find cash in my wallet, I am shocked. Okay, so how is this becoming popular with the younger generation? It seems like everything that's old is new again.
Yeah, definitely. I have a hard time remembering whenever I carried that much cash.
Sure.
Right? Paying cash for things is kind of foreign nowadays.
Yeah.
But I think the new generation is looking for ways to save money, looking for ways to stretch the dollar, try and make sure that that dollar goes a little bit further and they can afford those things. And cash stuffing allows you to do that. Putting money in those envelopes, once the money's gone, you know that, you know what, I've already spent all that money in that category.
Right.
Going to have to wait till next payday to refill that envelope.
So the benefit would then be just being fiscally aware. Are there other benefits to doing this?
You know, I think it's a great way for people that are looking to try and save, that are looking to stay within a budget and learn good habits to stay within that budget.
Yeah.
I remember the days whenever my wife and I got married, we were a new family, young family. We actually used this method.
Oh, you did?
We did. We would carry cash, envelopes full of 20s to the grocery store to make sure we didn't go over budget. But it definitely helped us get in the rhythm of being able to manage our income, manage our expenses so that we didn't go over and didn't have to rely on a credit card.
Right. You know, and I remember my dad taught me this. He said, when you get a credit card, never do revolving debt. Always pay it off in full, which I guess is a similar principle, but still this tightens it that much more. Are there any drawbacks to cash stuffing?
You know, whenever you're carrying around a lot of cash, you can get a little bit nervous or fearful because I remember some late night trips to the grocery store when you have hundreds of dollars, right?
Yeah.
In envelopes make you look over your shoulder a little bit.
Right.
So there's definitely the drawback of maybe losing it or that money getting destroyed if you have large sums of cash sitting at your house and you have a fire or a tornado come through. So there's always drawbacks to that.
Sure.
Also, cash stuffing is a great way to kind of get in a good habit so that you are being able to manage your budget, but it's not necessarily a good long-term solution. You know, I think once you get in the good habit, then there are great apps that help you keep track of your spending in the different categories to make sure you're living below your means so that you can put money aside for your future retirement.
I love that. So it sounds to me like you're coming up with a really good hybrid method here. Can you walk us through what that would look like?
Yeah. You know, starting out, figuring out how much income you have coming in, have those dollars named, figure out exactly how much money you want to spend in each category, and you have to be disciplined. I know that's a tough word for some people.
It's a tough word, but it's important.
Yeah, you have to be disciplined. Once you empty that envelope out, you're going to have to wait till the next month. But once you get into the good habits, get into that rhythm, then maybe transitioning over to an app that's linked to your bank that's going to track those different expenditures so that once you get out of your credit card debt and you have your consumer debt paid off, then putting away 10, 20% of your income towards retirement, because I think there's going to be some time in the future, whether you can't physically work anymore, can't mentally work anymore, or some people just don't want to work anymore. Having that money set aside for retirement to generate more income during retirement is always a good plan.
I love that. We really have to practice delayed gratification and not act on the impulse of a want. And sometimes if you let time go by, you realize you don't need it.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Okay, Josh Perkins, thank you so much for having this conversation with us.